corps, the press, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, taking it from where Zubair left off, I think this is a very good message to all the naysayers of Pakistan, all those who feel that Pakistan is down and will continue to go down. Here's your answer. When we get 480 plus people from all over the world to come and buy from Pakistan, then there is indeed a story that we have to tell. Pakistan offers so many opportunities. There's so much money to be made that if you ignore the din that you hear, Pakistan is a long-term story. The buyers, those who have been buying from Pakistan, know that not only is it a reliable supplier, and I see some of them sitting in our front rows also, but under the most adverse circumstances are able to fulfill their orders and are able to supply the goods at the prices committed. Pakistan has had generally an upward trend in our exports, particularly the exports that we are displaying in this particular expo, not only textiles, which is probably the core of it all, but also leather, carpets, and other ancillary industry. Because it's only through exports that any country, and particularly our own, will be able to come out of this current situation. Worldwide, economies are facing distress in the post-Russia-Ukraine war, which has caused recessions in many countries of the world and followed by inflation, and Pakistan is no exception. However, this is the area which will pull us out. We need indeed to incentivize our exporters more. We need to make the environment conducive for them to help Pakistan not only build up its reserves, but to have less and less dependence on international lenders and more through our own earnings. Prime Minister, the people that you see here will keep on producing and keep on selling, but of course they need the government support. Even the support that was available to them earlier under the new conditions has become more and more difficult. So we need to replace one type of incentive, if that's not sustainable, with another kind of incentive. And indeed, there are many that you will hear, not only here and in your subsequent meetings in Karachi, but also back when we get to Islamabad. The industry that we have is not only willing to adapt to changing world conditions, because those conditions are not only becoming tighter in terms of competition, but they require more and more compliance. Indeed, as was discussed last month, we set up the National Compliance Center, which is supposed to be the one-stop shop for ensuring that when we go anywhere abroad, that all the conditionalities that are laid with any of the programs, be it the EU's GSP Plus, be it the US, not just the GSPs, TIFA and other things, even the UK. So wherever you go in the world, people talk of environment, they talk of human rights, they talk of labor rights, gender rights. And the whole idea of setting up the compliance center was to coordinate that entire effort. We have made a number of legislative strides under your leadership, Prime Minister, which is appreciated by the world, but more needs to be done, both in legislation as well as in adapting that legislation and implementation. So, by your presence here, you have shown the priority that you give to exports and exporters, and I'm sure that they will follow suit by increasing the numbers back to where we started coming down from and then exceeding those. I thank those who have made the journey across many seas to be present in Pakistan, to see things for themselves. Indeed, this is a business-to-business opportunity. Deals may be discussed, deals may be signed, but we look forward to the follow-up, both by the business people of Pakistan and their partners abroad, but also by the government of Pakistan. I thank you all, Prime Minister, and thank you for coming here.
Thank you, sir. Textiles and leather are undoubtedly at the heart of Pakistan's trade and economy. Having the unique privilege of housing the entire value chain for textiles and leather, Pakistan is among the most preferred sourcing destinations globally for these textile and leather products. It is for this very reason that we at Trade Development Authority of Pakistan take great pride in hosting this 4th edition of Texpo and highlighting the unique focus on sustainability in our export industry. Without an iota of doubt, our craftsmen and exporters are the priority #1 for us. This exhibition is also a celebration of the resilience, creativity, and ingenuity of these very craftsmen and exporters. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I now have the sheer honor of welcoming our chief guest, the Honorable Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Mia Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif, to the stage to address this august gathering in your big round of applause.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Governor Sindh, Honorable Chief Minister of Sindh, Sayyid Naveed Qamar, Minister of Commerce, Mr. Zubair Motiwala, Head of TDAP, Federal Ministers, Minister of States, advisors, government officials, and of course, our very honored guests from abroad. I'm so happy to learn that about 400 delegates are visiting Pakistan on this occasion from 60 countries. Now, this is a remarkable achievement, and that shows without any ray of doubt that Pakistan, alhamdulillah, is a destination for our foreign guests, buyers, traders to visit Pakistan, enjoy Pakistan's culture, city of Karachi, gateway to Pakistan, our mountains where we have pristine beauty. All this put together, you are combining your business with pleasure, and we all welcome you wholeheartedly. Ladies and gentlemen, textile has been the backbone of our, not only our industry, but our exports. Of course, along with leather. And I really deeply commend and appreciate our industrialists sitting here, exporters, and experts who have contributed immensely in promoting Pakistan's textile and leather exports. Despite various challenges on the way, of course, there have been dips at points in time, but here we are. You are very robust, very futuristic and extremely hard-working entrepreneurs that has gradually built Pakistan's export sector. And of course, your quality of export is second to none. World-class companies import from Pakistan knitwears, garments, textile, etc. And from a very conventional setup back in early 50s and 60s, today you have converted this into a very transformed industry with airjet looms, ginning and spinning and weaving, and beautiful artwork. Minister Naveed Kamar has done commendable job along with his team. Secretary, Commerce, and Motiwala, who's a friend of mine, a very energetic entrepreneur, and of course, very knowledgeable person. I have high regards for him. During my last visit to Karachi, I did mention this to him that please come forward and contribute your ideas in nation building efforts. I'm sure budget is just around the corner, and I'm going to hold pre-budget meetings next week. Honorable Finance Minister was supposed to come with me, but he's slightly indisposed and he could not fly. I have with me Dr. Aisha Pasha, our Special Assistant and Ministry of State, and Dr. Tariq Bajwa, a very learned person, but he has to be flexible to make our exports flexible and promote our exports. That's extremely important. He's very knowledgeable, but then, you have to, ease your pocket in the first place to get more dollars and more foreign exchange. Textile is one sector where it constitutes probably 60% of our total exports. Am I right? And our labor force is absorbed in this sector to the tune of about 40%. It is no doubt one of the largest sector of Pakistan's economy. And I want to make it very clear, rather abundantly clear, that despite financial challenges, we all know about it, we'll discuss it in smaller meetings. Despite other difficulties, this is one area, that is our exports, be it textile, be it leather, be it pharmacy, be it salcoat, footballs, and sport items, whatever. I am all for providing whatever genuine support we can to boost our exports, because there lies our salvation. But for that, you have to come up with innovative ideas. Not those hackneyed policies have to be buried. We must come forward with very imaginative ideas so that with genuine governmental support combined with your extraordinary intellect and hard work, we're able to provide quality export goods to our customers. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, we were ahead of our neighbor in textile a few decades ago. This is no secret. Unfortunately, we have lost that ground. I have no doubts in my mind that we can still recover from these setbacks and take the hand of the clock back to 80s and 90s and excel in our exports. This is not rocket science. I'm sure Naveed Kama and his team, Finance Minister, and all other related authorities combined together can turn the tables. And these are no words. I mean it, and I believe in this. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very happy to be here today, and I really appreciate the wonderful work done by the organizers, exhibitors, and other stakeholders. And I wish our foreign delegates a wonderful stay. I'm sure you are going to break bread with your counterparts here in Karachi, visit beautiful places in this wonderful city of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who's buried here, and of course signed your agreements. And I can assure you that the government of Pakistan will most definitely put in place and implement all requirements by ILO, International Labour Organization, or other international outfits. And I'm very glad that Naveed Kamar has put in place this national compliance cell, which is, I think, need of the hour. And we are Obviously, very grateful to EU for GSP Plus, and again, I'm aware of the fact that all reviews have been done, and we will adhere and respect all international requirements in this behalf, whether it's good governance, human rights, and other requirements. This is purely a business forum, and I'm not going to go into politics. But suffice it to say that the government of Pakistan believes in rule of law, believes in merit, and come what may, we will toe the line of our constitution and our rules and our policies. I wish you all the best. I wish you, if you have time, Chief Minister Saab, we can arrange, Saeed Hamid Kamar, we can arrange their visit to lovely place in Murray. They can have a beautiful evening over there. They will be our guests in Governor's house. We'll offer a wonderful dinner, provided they ink their agreements over there. That's important, because what we invest, we must at least get